Having already made a video ranking every business in GTA Online from best to worst, I thought, why not rank every MC business from worst to best in terms of money making and their stats? Now, I get this question a lot. Which is the best MC business? Well, the MC businesses are some of the best businesses, and you can own up to 5 of them. But this isn't going to be a full in-depth guide on each of the businesses. In fact, I've made a completely separate video on that, so check that out in the eye in the top right of your screen. Instead, I'll go over each one and their money earnings, so let's get started. Starting off with the worst business, we have the document forgery office, and there's a lot of reasons to it, but we'll go over a few in a second. Now, the cheapest document forgery office is $650,000, and right from the start, with no upgrades, it'll make you around $16,000 per hour, which, if you couldn't already tell, $16,000 per hour is very bad. But if you were to buy the staff and equipment upgrades, which all up will set you back $750,000 by the way, that will increase your profit per hour to $38,000, which is a lot better than $16,000 per hour, but it will take you 36 hours to break even on, which just by how much money you invest into it and the time just to get 38,000 per hour or 16,000 per hour without upgrades, yeah, definitely don't buy this business, that's for sure. Up next is the weed farm, and the cheapest one is for $715,000, and right off the bat with no upgrades, you'll be making around $20,000 per hour, which is better than the document forgery office, but still isn't all that great. Now, if you were to buy the staff and equipment upgrades, which will cost you $1.2 million, that will increase that $20,000 to $42,000 per hour. Now, yes, that's a lot better, but that will take you about 48 hours to break even on, which is a long time, and the money made from it and the cost of upgrades and the actual business itself, I wouldn't recommend it either. Okay, up next with a more expensive one, we have the cash factory, which will cost you $845,000 for the cheapest one, and right from the start with no upgrades, you'll be making $22,000 per hour, and if you were to buy the upgrades, staff and equipment, that will cost you around $1.15 million, and this will increase your profit per hour to $48,000. Now, this is barely more than the weed farm at $41,000, but overall, I actually recommend you should buy this business. Up next is the Meth Lab, which for the cheapest one, that'll cost you $910,000, and right off the start will make you about $22,000 per hour, which really isn't all that great. And to add to that, if you were to buy the upgrades, that will set you back $1.43 million, which is pretty damn expensive. However, that will increase your profit from $22,000 to $51,000 per hour. But even though this will take you 45 hours to break even on, the profit makes it all worthwhile. Now, I only actually recommend you buy this business if you can afford the staff and equipment upgrade right from the start, because you won't be making that much money if you can't do that. And finally, for the best MC business, we have the cocaine lockup, which for the cheapest one, it'll cost you $975,000, which is the most expensive business on the list, and right from the start, with no upgrades, you'll be making $30,000 per hour, which is the best we have seen so far, and buying both staff and equipment upgrades will set you back $1.3 million, but that boosts your profit per hour to a staggering $75,000, and to break even on this will take you 31 hours. So if you couldn't tell, the cocaine lockup is, yeah, it's the best. Okay, so we've gone over all of the businesses and their money earnings, but now let's talk about which ones you should buy. As you can already tell in the video so far, the document forgery office and the weed farm are obviously the worst businesses to buy. So the ones you should actually buy is the cocaine lockup, obviously, with both staff and equipment upgrades, then the counterfeit cash factory with both staff and equipment, and to save it last, we have the Meth Lab with the staff and equipment upgrades. As for the Meth Lab, you should probably buy it last just because of how overall expensive it is. Alright, like I said, I've made a complete separate guide to all of these businesses and how to run them and all of their money earnings, etc. A complete full guide, so you can check that out if you want to. I'll have a link in the pinned comment, and I'll have a link in the eye of the top right of the screen. And yeah, if you enjoyed, consider subscribing for more videos like this one, and hit that like button if you want to see more content like this. I've done a lot of like ranking businesses, etc., and they're really fun to make, and you guys really love them because my recent one got over 600 views, so I can't thank you guys enough for that. Thank you guys for the support on the channel recently. I genuinely mean it. It means a lot to me, trust me. And thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all later.